Happy Monday. It is April 8th and it's week 2 of my $100 budget. And I actually have excess. So yesterday was Sunday and I took Chris out for some ice cream, which was just a lovely way to end our Sunday and kind of refresh for the week and have a nice little ice cream treat. And I'll talk more about how much that was and all that stuff at the end of this video. But I'm currently embarking on my 30-day yoga challenge over on my second channel, Serein and Chris. And I am gonna take a break from working like a crazy person. I've been working since I literally heard my alarm this morning. I rolled over, grabbed my phone and checked it, which I try not to do, but it's been a crazy day. And then I had a podcast interview. It's just been a crazy, really productive day. I had a cold brew, so if I speak a little quickly, that's probably because I'm a little hyped up. I'm gonna take a break and do about a 35-40 minute yoga practice. Either go downstairs to the gym and take an hour long to an hour 30 long yoga class 2 to 3 times a week right now. And then in between those days, I do something on YouTube. Been really just yoga with Adrienne because I really like her videos and I like her voice. Today I'm gonna do one and I'll link the video in my description box. I'll actually link my yoga playlist, which are the yoga practices that are available on YouTube for free if you can't get to a studio. So this one's Yoga for Weight Loss, Love Yoga Flow. And I'm also excited because later I'm doing cool slimming. A lot of you guys asked about cool sculpting, and I actually had a med spa reach out about cool slimming, which is like an upgraded version of cool sculpting. You'll see results after one session. I'm doing a whole like before and after photo for that because with cool slimming or cool sculpting, it does take about 2 weeks to see a difference. There's Dolly snoring, but let's get some yoga practice. Oh, update. So if you watched last week, you know that I was like contemplating getting a new yoga mat. I took my old yoga mat, like my first ever yoga mat I ever got from my mom almost 10 years ago. I power sprayed it with the doggy wash area in my apartment, and then I came back and used a magic eraser to kind of get some of the stains out. So it doesn't smell as funky as it used to. It does look kind of dirty because, you know, when you're young, you decide to buy a light colored yoga mat, which, like, why would you do that? Buy a black one or a dark gray one or any color other than light gray. Got my water, gonna do some yoga.
What are you having done, Serein?
I am having my love handles
Slimmed?
Slimmed with cool slimming here at the Lure Med Spa.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. It feels like a really tight pinch. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that Chris and I have had some challenges getting a renewal. No, I renewed my registration, but getting the sticker. The sticker is lost in La La Land, and we've gone to the DMV 6 times to try and get the sticker done. Every single time, we cannot achieve our goal, which is to just get a new sticker. So I finally made an appointment because I was like, okay, at this rate, it's just better to make an appointment and go to my local DMV. We did that. And we show up early. I rolled out of bed, I got up early. I was like, okay, we're here, we're gonna get the sticker. I'm like, why is there nobody at the DMV? Why is there no line outside? I'm so confused. Security says that all systems are down and that the entire California DMV systems are down. So I can go in line and reschedule an appointment for this week. It's officially 7 times between Chris and I. Is it Chris and I or Chris and me? It has officially been 7 times where Chris and I have tried to reach our goals and have failed. So we're going back on Thursday afternoon to hopefully get my sticker for my car. I think a lot of it is thanks to my 30 days of yoga where I just laughed. I literally just laughed. Everybody at the DMV was laughing as well. Like they were just like, sorry, there's not much I can do. And I was just like, I've literally tried to achieve this goal for 6 times now, and you're saying I have to come back, so it's 7. And she was just like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I know it's not your fault. When can you see me? And they could see me Thursday. Today's Tuesday, so it's fine. Hopefully we'll get it done on Thursday. Doing this yoga practice, it's calmed me a bit down, and between CBD obviously and all these other things, I'm just like, I'm a little bit more balanced mentally. I still worry, I'm still stressed, I still get anxious about things, but it's moving faster through me. So I feel it, I accept it, I move on. But I'm having trouble waking up for whatever reason, probably because I went to bed too late and then got up early. So I'm gonna do a morning yoga. I'm also doing it in my briefs. Sorry if that offends any of you guys, but it's literally already 80 degrees and it's not even 9 yet, and I took my sweats off. I'm more covered than my bikini, so whatevs. Christine and I just left the Nude Sticks event at the Vicery. She picked me up. She was 30 minutes early.
I was 30 minutes early because I thought I was gonna be late.
Yeah, she forgets we live pretty close to each other. But it's okay.
It's alright.
Because we got here right on time.
Which one's your address again?
We're gonna head back. I'm gonna get dropped off. I'm gonna go work out. Christine's gonna go to ceramics.
Yeah. Do you think I should do that if I have to change and stuff? I'll put on a wig.
You can't wear a costume. We got an email that says we cannot wear costumes.
That look like characters from the show. No one in the show has pink hair, right?
No, I don't think so. I think white for
Daenerys.
Do you watch? You don't watch the show? What?
It's too violent for me.
Oh yeah, you don't like violence. Meanwhile, I'm like, altered carbon. So I'm gonna work out. We'll see each other at the Urban Decay event.
I'll be in a wig.
Well,
if they make me take it off, I'll just go like.
No, I think you're fine with a wig. How long are you gonna be at ceramics?
Maybe like 3 hours.
2:30,
3:30, 4:30, 5:30. Yeah, like 3-4 hours.
You're addicted.
Yeah.
I want a ceramic piece from you.
Yeah, I'll give you one. I'll give you one for you.
Are you excited for? We got some cool nude stick stuff. This festival palette, the Nude Beach. I'm really excited about. I don't have anything else to say. I got a sticker.
Only took 8 tries.
I think I also just flashed you guys all of my information so that would be blurred. Oh my god. I've never been so happy. I like left my receipt and everything on the counter and ran away before they like changed their mind. Chris was like, don't you need this? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I went and grabbed it and the woman's all like laughing at me. I was like, I got my cigarette. I literally like grabbed it. I was like, that's it? I don't owe any money. I don't know what, you don't need me to like do anything else.
After 8 attempts.
I've never been so happy to have this stupid sticker.
8 attempts and 3 different DMVs. Does anybody else have this problem like in other states? Like, is it this ridiculous? Or?
Yeah, I think a lot of people have said that they dealt with, one girl had the same thing, like the sticker was stolen even though she had paid it, or she didn't put it on or whatever, and she got a ticket while parked.
Yeah.
So she's like, I just paid the fine because I wasn't gonna go and try like to dispute the fact that I already paid it and the sticker was just missing.
Yeah.
I get you. I totally get you. Oh my god. Now I just have to go back in May.
For your real ID.
Yeah. Which hopefully I will remember to bring everything. I've tried to get my real ID 3 times. One was last year. Yeah, because I went to the Pasadena one. I went last year to renew my driver's license and I had an appointment and everything. And I I thought everything for my real ID, and they're like, yeah, you can't get one today because you forgot this, this, and this. I was like, oh man, okay, it's fine, just renew my driver's license. Then, because we were driving all the way to Lancaster, I was like, let's just get our real IDs since we're both here, and we're gonna get our stickers. We're here anyways, we're waiting in line. Just kidding. You now need proof of residency, which is a
utility bill or something?
Yeah, even though my driver's license is California.
Real quick, do you want to go to the fancy one?
Ooh, you're gonna take me to fancy?
Yeah.
Am I getting celebratory coffee because I finally achieved this?
8 attempts. It's like winning the friggin' lotto.
I'm just so happy it's done. I'm so happy. Oh, forget about like any other thing. I'm just like,
yeah.
I just don't care. I'm so happy right now. Like, very, very excited that's done. I can go home, go back to work out later. I will work out later. I just have to decide what kind of workout I'm gonna do. Tomorrow I get to see Indy. Indy from Indy Lee. Very excited to see her. Then the weekend we have off. Well, I have to film and edit, but we have the weekend off for the most part, like no events, no. I was talking to Angelique about this, how like our weekends now are the only times we have time to like answer emails, edit, and film. So, because there's rarely an event on the weekends. And I was like, yeah, when did that become a thing? Like where all I do is work on the weekends. Very excited because I just found out my bestest friends in the whole world are coming up to celebrate my birthday on the 27th.
Yep.
And they're gonna bring their kids and we're gonna do a pool day, and she wants to walk around where we live, and I was kind of like, maybe like West Hollywood. I was like, I don't think she knows what she's talking about because there's not much to see around us, and
well, there's lots to see, but it's
a little,
not
it's
super
sketch.
family friendly
with 2 kids. Let's just say I was waiting for the elevator, and if I looked over, I would have seen a penis peeing in our bush.
He was having a moment.
And that's like a normal Tuesday. Week 2 of Q2 officially done. It's been a good week for the most part. I'm pretty proud at my ability to refrain from spending every dollar of my budget. I have money left over for week 3 as well. And next week is actually my birthday, so I definitely think I'm gonna treat myself to the phone case I've been wanting on my wish list, and maybe, I don't know, maybe like a new workout set, or maybe I will get I don't know what else on my wish list I want to get. Now it's like hard for me to decide what I'm actually gonna get because there's so many things I want, but I want to make sure it's something I'm truly gonna love and enjoy. And I'm definitely much more conscious of my wants and whether or not I'm gonna purchase it. I'm gonna share with you guys what I spent this week and how much I have left over. If you guys have any questions, watch the previous week. Last week, I just want to say thank you so much for those of you guys who have been incredibly positive and encouraging and just supportive on this journey. I'm not by any means in a position where I don't have money for food or to pay my bills. Like, I struggle with my spending, and I struggle with budgeting and just being more mindful in general with money. And that's what this journey is about for me. And everybody's budget's gonna be different based on their current place in life, their job, and their responsibilities. We don't have kids, so I'm very grateful that I can figure this out without having to worry about providing for my kids. It's also why I wanted to be on this journey now, because as many of you guys can probably tell, Chris and I are trying to get to a point where we can start to have kids. And that has a lot to do with like health, a lot to do with wellness, and just also overall mentality and mindfulness of our way of life. As we think about having kids, like, always cared about the environment, and about the things I put on my body and take and eat and ingest, but definitely like as I think about the world I leave for my children, if I were lucky enough to have them, I definitely have become much more proactive about it and doing my best. And that's really what my channel is about, is finding bits and pieces of what I'm doing, and hopefully it applies to you and you can find a way to incorporate it into your life. And if you don't want to, if you're just watching this to like help you fall asleep, then great. Like, it's not me telling you what to do. And so many of you guys felt the same way that I felt about your statuses at different shops and loyalty programs. And I think that video really was just me like sharing with you this realization and this like really not okay way of thinking when it comes to keeping a status that truly doesn't mean much and doesn't bring that much value to my life. I still love Sephora. I still love shopping there. I just need to be more mindful about my spending habits and what is causing those purchases. Like, is it something I truly want, and will I find joy out of it? Because so much of it is like the initial endorphin rush of buying something, and then I come home and I forgot that I even bought it, or it just sits in a corner, never being used. And that's very wasteful in terms of my financial resources, but also just wasteful in terms of space and adding to pollution, because these things aren't being used for its full life before ending up in the landfill. Being more mindful in life, and if you guys watch my second channel, you can know I've been slowly working towards a more low waste, a more mindful way of living, both Chris and myself. Chris is on board. There's certain things that he just needs to work more on, and same with me. And we're not perfect by any means. We're just working on being better people and the best versions of ourselves. Ending out with last week, week 1, I had $86.40 left over. For week 2, I actually had $186.40 to work with. And what I ended up spending, I'm moving my days. I was doing Monday to Sunday, but now I'm going to move it to Fridays. So I'm going to share everything I spent all the way through Friday, because I filmed these updates on Saturday and I upload these videos on Sunday. It just gives me a little leeway to edit. I had $186.40 to work with, and as a treat on Sunday, Chris went to his jiu-jitsu class, so I walked over to get myself a cold brew at Starbucks, and it was $2.95, which I paid cash. It was such a nice day. So we had gone to the farmer's market, we picked up a couple items we needed. Chris went to jiu-jitsu, and I had my lunch and just kind of like watched some Netflix, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna walk and get myself a coffee and just kind of have a date with myself. So it was a really nice $2.95 to spend just like as a date with myself. And then after dinner, Chris and I decided to, well, I decided to treat him to Salt and Straw, which is one of our favorite ice cream places. So I was like, do you want a Salt and Straw on me? And he's like, yes. So he got a double scoop and I got a single scoop of our favorite, and it was actually the perfect timing because it was the last day that they had the seasonal flavor that we love for spring, which was like the salted brownie batter. So everything's switched over now. So it was like the last of our favorites for spring. And it was a nice way to like close out our Sunday. It was $12 for the two of us. I bought 2 utensils that I needed for candle making because I want to repurpose all of my glass jars. I use a lot of it for storing food and spices and bulk shopping, but I have way more than enough. So I wanted to take some of the extra glass jars and make candles out of it, but I needed 2 little things from Amazon. So that was $12, and then I bought coconut wax, which I need, it's being delivered. So it's $29.50 for the coconut wax. Total spent this week was $56.45. My leftover is $129.95. For next week, my starting budget for week 3 is $229.95. So I'm really happy. Like, I feel good. I feel excited. My challenge next week will to not go overboard in treating myself for my own birthday. Typically I do that because the way I was raised, it was all about like celebrating. It's your birthday. What do you want? What do you want me to buy you? And I was very lucky that like around my birthday time, I got like everything I wanted. I was the youngest, so it was just kind of like, I always think of this like treat yourself around my birthday, and that's all fine and dandy, but within moderation. And I also have noticed that along with the whole it's my birthday excuse, treat yourself, I also have this tendency to around my birthday feel kind of down and sad. And I brought up the fact that like sometimes I just question everything, and it's not because of where I am in life. I could be at a 9-to-5 job making really good money and everything could look great on paper, my personality, I just tend to question myself constantly. I don't know that I would ever truly be happy if I didn't work really hard at answering these questions, if that makes sense. And a couple of you guys reached out to me via DM and were like, my life looks great on paper and I still question my life and I'm older than you, and just letting you know you're not alone. So I appreciate that a lot, because sometimes I do wonder like if other people question their life. And it's not like, oh my god, my life is so awful or anything like that by any means. Again, on paper, I am doing great. It's just, I'm constantly questioning like, am I making good content? Am I making content that's interesting? Why are people even watching me? And am I providing value in my life? And am I receiving value in my life? Like, am I the best person that I can be? Am I a good friend? Am I a good sister? Am I a good wife? What else can I do? Like, what, do you know what I mean? Like, there's just so much that I want to accomplish, and life is so short, and then just finding balance and peace, and I don't know that there's ever an answer, because I think to constantly grow you have to kind of have that like unhappiness, not necessarily total unhappiness, but that like questioning of like, what can I do better? Because if everyone's just always content, there would be no innovation, there would be no like bettering of oneself. That's where I'm at about that, and that tends to happen a lot more around my birthday. And then I also have this weird sadness that happens because it's another year that my mom wasn't around, and many of you guys have also lost a mom or lost a parent, and you say it does get better, and I do feel like it is getting better, but I can't help that sadness, and I'm not trying to push it away. I'm not trying to dwell in it. I'm just trying to recognize it so that I can recognize it for what it is and work through it and keep going about my life. There's this thing that like happens where I start to feel a little sad, and I sometimes want to numb that sadness or numb these feelings or these thoughts with, it's my birthday, I'm going to celebrate. It's my birthday, I'm going to buy this stuff. I feel sad, I'm going to go buy that stuff. So this is that kind of time in the year where a lot of the overspending can happen, a lot of the mindless spending can happen, and none of the spending actually fixes any of my problems or any of these thoughts or feelings. It just pushes them away for another day. While I want to treat myself to something, I want to make sure it's something that adds value to my life and brings me joy and happiness, not because of the value of the item or because I got to buy this item, but just I don't know. Am I making any sense? I don't feel like I'm making any sense right now, so I'm gonna stop on that tangent. I do feel better than I felt the last few years around my birthday, I have to admit. And I have to say, part of it is probably this journey. The other part of it is probably my 30-day yoga challenge, which I will be sharing with you guys on my second channel. That second channel is truly gonna be just like mindful living, meaning you guys wanted to see a lot more of what I eat in a day, a lot more of what I cook and stuff like that. So that is on that channel. It's also going to be my fitness journey, my wellness journey, and my lifestyle, like things I used to clean with, all that stuff. And if I am lucky enough to get pregnant, I will probably share more of that stuff over there. This channel is definitely more beauty, but all-encompassing beauty. So toxic free living within reason, and clean beauty products that I love. I'm not 100% clean, but it's all about like being clean where you can be and not stressing too much about your life either. Try to eat really well, and then I go and have ice cream because life is short and we should still enjoy it. And as long as it doesn't disrupt your body too much, which it doesn't for me, if I do it within moderation. You know, so that does have a lot to do with like wellness and supplements, and I might do like a recap of my fitness journey and things like that. But definitely I try to keep things more beauty related here, even though I think you guys have noticed it's more about my wellness in general and just being beauty. It's like beauty and mindful living lifestyle. I hope that makes sense. I hope the categories make sense. I really like my makeup today. So I am testing out the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear. I got this in the mail and you guys wanted to see my review on it and my thoughts on it. So I filmed this for IGTV actually. And then I might actually bring back Tester Tuesdays over on IGTV. And a lot of you guys wanted to see more reviews, but I don't want you to feel the pressure, so I felt like IGTV is a good place for you guys to like look for those reviews if you were interested in a product, but I didn't want my channel to like pressure you guys to buy anything. And then in honor of Game of Thrones being premiered today, I did this whole look using the Urban Decay Game of Thrones palette, which is also going to be on IGTV today. So if you're curious about my low buy, no buy journey, definitely check out that playlist where it has every single video related to my no buy, low buy. And I also really loved creating my makeup tutorial for you guys on Friday. So if you haven't seen that video, make sure you check that out. I will link it in the description box. And we're still working on our Patreon page for the podcast, and I haven't created a PayPal link yet for this channel, so that's still coming. I'm definitely going to work on that this weekend, and hopefully it'll be up soon. So check out Behind the Beauty podcast. There's always a new episode every week, and we love your support there. We love that you listen. It really means the world that you guys listen to those episodes, and we're really going to work on the audio quality soon. We're working on it. We're both not happy with it, but yeah. So Dolly's over here demanding attention. You need to go to the groomers, don't you? I know, I'm sorry. We gotta take you to the groomers. Your groomers are just so far away, and I don't trust the new people. Right? Okay, we'll see you guys back here on Tuesday, Friday, and Sundays every week for an updated no buy, low buy video. Right, doll? Doll? Bolly? Dolly? You can't even see because your fur's in your eyes. Huh. Why are you barking at me?